There it is, the all seeing eyeball in the morning here on a Friday. It's cold, but not as cold as it's been the last couple of weeks. How is your world this morning? We had a wonderful show last night, and we had Fireman Rich and Pina, who I've not seen in a long time, or Penna, depending on how I pronounce it that day, all the way from California. Man, the weather there is beautiful. I have to admit, I'm a little envious of the weather. Canada's beautiful though, too. We currently have so much construction around where I live right now in Toronto, and if you get on early in the morning, things will work out a little smoother for you. So I'm going to have a quick look here and see if the Instagram is actually working. So let's check together here. I like the music this morning. It's very nice. Alright, let's see, have a look here. This is interesting. That's not going to help me. Sounds like we got the dump trucks coming in. Log in with Facebook. Sign in with me. That doesn't help me. Let's try this. Let's look at the NFL for a moment. Last night was a nightmare. That was awful. The NFL's had two games like this year, these massive blowouts. I don't remember there ever being 63-21. That almost sounds like basketball. High school game, you know what I mean? One team's really bad and the other team's okay. That's unheard of. So let's have a quick look here at the statistical evidence of what happened last night. So what do we have here? You know what's wild? The Aiden O'Connor only had 248 yards of production and yet had 4 TDs. How crazy is that, right? Easton Stick had 257 yards and 1 interception and 3 TDs. So I think it was more of a defensive battle. I still have not seen the game. I had no interest in seeing it, to be honest with you. Both teams are an absolute mess and will not be in the playoffs, either one. It's not going to happen. And yet you have great teams like, the Cowboys, and if they make a couple mistakes, they could also not be in. It's a really wacky year. There's only a couple teams, I think, that have a chance. Even Miami was flat and not playing to the potential last game. So we'll have to see what's going on. It's got to be mostly injuries. Receiving here is insane. I don't think I've ever seen such a list. Joshua Palmer, Gerald Everett, Austin Eckler, Quentin Johnson. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm going to have to watch that later. But it makes me sad because and I know the Chargers are a complete mess and heads are going to roll for this. 63 is unacceptable. Once you get over 40, you're in a very dangerous position there. It's starting to show that you don't know what you're doing. And talk about being lambasted. I think it would have been less of a terrible game if they've been, say, 50 to 63 or even 45 to 63. To learn this morning, there was a game 63 to 21 was alarming, to say the least. So this weekend is going to be jam-packed full of incredible games. We're going to have to see how that works out. Let's have a quick look here at TweetDeck and see if we can get it on the screen here, and we can do some Friday shout-outs as well. Maybe do a little bit of inspiration. All right, so let's see what we have here. Let's see if we can share it with you as well. We are currently using Restream, and we are on 5 platforms. All right, let's see here. Local video. Let's do that. Maybe we'll play a tune in a little bit here, and I can try to find some of this stuff here. I like this tune. Put it right there. Okay. So when I was very young, like 17, 18, there was a very incredible producer called Vernon Birch, and his sound was very unique. He never took off. I don't know why. He was on a label that had Cameo, and Cameo was doing really well. He just never took flight, but one of the greatest bassists that I can remember. It's got a solid voice, and most of what you hear in the track is him. And it reminds me a lot of Chucky Booker. Chucky Booker was another producer who was a phenomenal artist, but just never really got recognition. He had a couple hits. At least he had hits, where Vernon Birch got airplay, maybe in the clubs, but not much more than that. All right, let's quickly look here, and let's share the screen together. I like the music this morning. This is perfect. I'm slowly waking up here. What do we got? All right. We'll share this with you. All right, and we'll click this on. There we go. A couple steps. So, this gentleman is definitely hurt. Like, something is not right. I think he has ankle problems. I hope he gets better, because he desperately wants to have that 2,000 yard game. I'm going to give myself a little air here. It's getting a little warm. He's quite the character. He's still in the run for MVP. So we'll see how that ends up. CJ Stroud is out, as we know, with concussion protocol. It amazes me, most of the rookies are hurt. The key rookies, right? The ones we got so excited about in the draft. The only ones that have survived are the tight ends, right? The bigger guys usually do all right. They still have hamstring and knee and ankle, but they tend to be less concussion prone. I like this here. We become what we think about most of the time, and that's the strangest secret. That's Earl Nightingale. He was one of the kings of the first, I would say, self-help manuals in the 50s. Had a wonderful voice. Nobody would back him, so he backed himself. Ended up selling albums by the boatload. This one's good too. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure that you're not in fact just surrounded yourself with assholes. I think that one is so funny. William Gibson. He's a witty man, indeed. Oh, I hear trucks. This is not good. You might hear some crashing soon. Oh, did you hear that? The little horn? There are 3 solutions to every problem. Accept it, change it, or leave it, If you can't accept it, change it. If you can't change it, leave it. I feel like we did a circle there. All right, let's have a quick look here. There's D. Thank you, D, for all that you do. And here's another gentleman I've been following for a very long time. Oh, that's nice. There's Maria again this morning. Who's this? Right here. Christy, thank you so much. She's a worldwide romance author, public figure. Linny! Look at that. She's still around with her rose. Official and verified. What's it say? I gotta see this. The real deal. A former Miss New England celebrity, currently social media celeb, who loves people. Terry Lightfoot. Not related, I think, to Gordon Lightfoot, one of my favorites. There's Blaine. I haven't seen him in a long time. I should get him on. I don't know. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, this is a cool video. I saw that. We need to have stuff more like that in the future. People putting themselves out on a limb. Barbara Allen, thank you so much. Donika, thank you. Alright, what else do we have here? Let's have a quick look. I still want to see if I can see Instagram here. Let's have a look. So, I went through about 19 steps to get Instagram to go, and I'm not entirely sure it is. Alright, so go to here. Yeah, I don't see it. So I'm not really sure it's doing anything. I wonder if I have to change the tool each time, and I think it said that. There's a couple keys they have to put in. May have to check on my phone sometime. Oh, that's awful. There's certain things they post, they're just so disturbing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I got messages here. Let's have a look here. No. I'd have to try it one day and just do like a test again. I know the Facebook works. It doesn't work great. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh, what is this? This is hilarious. Look at this. This is a story of its own. Unbelievable. Does anybody know who this is? If you do, put your comment in. This is a storyline within its own storyline. I think so could have been in The Sopranos. The character, at least. Oh, this is beautiful too. Haunting. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? All right. So, great quotes on Twitter. You can follow that on my Twitter feed. Let's have a quick look here while we're here. Here is, I think, one of the most underrated players in the league. Lamar Jackson. I have a sneaking suspicion he is going to do very well this year. I would love to see him in the playoffs. I think that would be phenomenal. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to play a song. This is Laverne Birch. We talked about this earlier. And this came out in the early 80s. It's either 80 or 81. And let's first, you got to get rid of the old music because it's going to play both, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll pause the chill. And here we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. So I realized if you turn off your screen, you then lose your microphone. I'm learning stuff all the time. That was Vernon Birch, 1982. I was 19 years old. Oh my lord. Look at the NFL feed. It is just rocking. Unbelievable. They love it all over the world. Cleveland podcast. How can you go wrong? Here's a great look at that photo. Isn't that unbelievable? Imagine trying to defend that. That would not be easy. So we hit around the 20-minute mark here. Let's quickly check a couple things while we're here together. Now, let's put the music back on in the background. What was I listening to before? Chill. Okay. And we will see some of the games for Saturday and figure out how this is going to turn out together. I think we're in for some amazing football this weekend. I really do. For a lot of teams, they've got to win. They don't win, they're done. It's gone. And it is so tight, the race. It's crazy the amount of people that are still in it. Like nobody except for the 49ers is clinched, right? So we'll have to see this weekend how many teams will be in the same boat. And who would have ever thought the 49ers would have done that? Because they had lost, what was it, 3 in a row? It's been a crazy year. And 63 points to 21, you know. Las Vegas to the Chargers. That's got to be a depressing game. We're going to have to see which coaches are no longer employed also this week. It's going to be interesting. All right, let's check TweetDeck again. So let's click here. Hearing some activity from outside there. All right. Let's cancel that. And is it going to let me do it? Changes that made must be saved. I don't know what I've done here. I'll do it from here. Let's just check together. All right. All right, so according to this, let's see if more here. Perfect. So the Dolphins right now have 9 wins, 4 losses. The Bills are 7-6. The Jets are 5-8. So technically, if the Jets win every game, they still have a slight chance of winning the wild card. The Chiefs have 8 wins, 5 losses, and they are atop of the AFC. So there's a very good chance they're going to get in. The Raiders last night won. They're now 6-8. The Chargers are done. The Ravens are 10-3. They're going to clinch the AFC. That might happen this week. So the Browns surprisingly are 8-5, and the Steelers are still in it, and so are the Bengals. So we're going to have to see how well the Bengals do with all the missing pieces, but they've been playing well. And the Jaguars, who have been injured and kind of limping, are 8-5. The Colts are 7-6, and the Texans, unfortunately, I think might be done. They've lost all their key players. So it's going to be a very interesting year. Let's look at the National Football Conference. So in the NFC, right now as we speak, the Cowboys are in first place. The Eagles are in second. The Giants, I don't think they have a chance, to be honest. I don't see that happening. And the Commanders are done. The 49ers are 10-3 as well. They have already clinched, as I had said. The Rams are 6-7. Seahawks are 6-7. And the Cardinals are done. So the Rams have a slight chance, but they're going to have to win every game. The Seahawks technically are still in it too. So there's going to have to be some major upsets for that to happen. In the NFC, the Lions are 9-4. The Vikings are 7-6. And the Packers are 6-7. The Packers have been showing signs that they may have a chance. The Buccaneers are looking like they may very well win the NFC, and that's Baker Mayfield, right? And Mike Evans. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. I would love to see them win a spot in the playoffs. That would be awesome to see Baker Mayfield. You know, I guarantee you that's a goal of his, to be back. Clinched wild card. Yeah, that's not there yet. Interesting. Okay, so let's see here. I want to check on one thing here. The most valuable player. This changes every week, by the way. Oh, it's just telling me about the word. Interesting. Okay. So let's see if we can get this to work again. So I gotta click. Prevent this page from creating additional dialogues. Okay, we're still here. We're still here. So sometimes you push the wrong button and you end up in La La Land. I'm gonna have to see what happened there. That's kind of cool. That used to happen on Hap sometimes. And the people in the room would hold the room for you until you got back. And I think you could be gone something like 3 to 4 minutes and you could still come back. I always thought that was cool. All right, so we have, according to this, everything's still there. All right, so we're good. Can I move this over without causing havoc? Yes. Perfect. All right. Oh, it just changed tunes there for us. And the volume's good. We still got that. Excellent. There's always learning, right? Oh, I like this. This is amazing. Okay, let's check this here. Good Vibes Only Crew. It's a list on X. Let's have a quick look at that while we're still here. Click that. Share this. Here we go. Now, TikTok, you can cut up the video if the video is no more than 30 minutes. There is, for an additional cost on Restream, you can have a feature where you can actually edit the videos within the program. But I think that's the next tier in the program if you want to have that, like the professional edition. Oh, this is nice. Here we go. Lord, it's me again. Thank you for helping me sleep through the night and waking up to this beautiful morning. Well, that's a nice little message there, eh? Look at that. All right, so let's click this. All right. The greatest mistake you can make is to die without knowing Jesus. Well, we're getting really religious here this morning. You know who would love that? Good old Rick. Rick does a show every, 6 o'clock every day. This is another good one right here. Commit your ways to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. I know that one. I've seen that one before. I've heard that one before. Making 100 friends is not a miracle. The miracle is to make a single friend who will stand by your side even when the hundreds are against you. Ooh, that's a good one. That's really good. I like that. It's insane what they can generate now with the AI. Like look at the detail of this. Unbelievable. Scary. The programs now are insane. We're going to be having movies soon where you're not going to be able to tell if it's AI generated. It's going to be so close. I like this one. I like this contributor too. Positivity Vibe Tribe. I like this as well. Check that out. That's nice. There we go. So I did look, and I think I've realized that if you use Restream, every time you come on, you have to change the keys for the Instagram. It won't stay and hold like it does on Facebook. And Facebook also has, I think, a duration or time limit. It too, the codes will, find a day where they don't work. Expiry date, if you like that best. All right, let's have a quick look here. Let's go back. This is one of the greatest stories this year, right here. Unbelievable how well he has done this year. 38 years old. And just thrown into play. He was the fourth choice for the Browns, and honestly has played exceptionally well. And looks like he's enjoying every moment. He was born to do it, right? I wonder if I need to move this over a bit. Like that. That'll help me. Okay. I find with this program, the longer you use it, you find little things that you can do and not do. Okay, let's look at this. This is worth our time this morning. Let's get this. All right, Fantasy Playoffs, Week 1 rankings. CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys. A.J. Brown, Eagles. Tyreek Hill, Dolphins. Michael Pittman Jr., Colts. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Nico Collins, who is hurt. Stefon Diggs, who has really not done much at all in the last 3-4 weeks. Justin Jefferson, who has been nonstop injured, unfortunately, this year. Deebo Samuel is on fire just the last 3 or 4 weeks. And Cooper Kupp, who is some weeks good and some weeks not so good. kind of a shame. Okay, let's put that like that. And let's quickly... Oh, that's the linkage here. So the other thing you can do is send the links to your friends. Let's say you've got 6 or 7 people who want to be in the broadcast. You send them a link, very much like a Zoom call, and you'll be able to link with them. You can also run it through OBS into Restream, which is very handy for those. Let's see, let's look at chat. All right, now we will look for a tune. All right, let's go to music. And let's see if we can find something cool here. Wow, there's a lot of music here. Let's look at videos. Oh, here's a tune I love. AJ Fullerton featuring Paul Riddick. Both Canadians, I believe. Both incredibly gifted. We try to play independent blues artists every morning. And usually we end up playing someone like David Gogo, Jack DeKaiser. There's probably some Colin James I could play as well. He is definitely a superstar amongst the Canadians. Enjoy. AJ Fullerton, I Cried. Great tune. Really, really good. So many amazing independent artists out there that just don't get played. And he's someone that you could see at your local bar for around $20, which is amazing. There was a lot of that when I was younger. You know, you could see up and coming blues artists for nothing, especially in London, Ontario. There was a couple clubs that you could go to. They were pretty seedy, not great venues, but I remember seeing Luther Allison and Bernard Allison before I even knew about Luther Allison. And this was a friend of mine who was older, who liked the blues. He introduced me to it. And I might have been 20, 21, maybe 22, somewhere in that range, really young. And was like, this is cool. I'm not really sure what this music is about because I was all about R&B, but and now I even love jazz, which is weird. So this poor character here that you're looking at in the photo, Brandon Staley, is, I think, done. I'll be very shocked. This will definitely be his last year with the Chargers. I think he's been with them 3 years. You can't lose, over 60 points in the game and not think you're going to keep your job. It's unacceptable in the NFL. I think it's unacceptable in college, to be real. So, and he has been very volatile lately with the press, and that's not going to work well with, his future as well. But it's going to be interesting to see how many coaches don't make it this year, and they're going to have to do something about the quarterback situation. It's bad. There just isn't enough quarterbacks anymore. It's a mess, and some of these teams are on the third quarterback, so they're going to have to find a way to develop more talent and not depend on the starter and the backup. I don't think anyone ever thought that would happen. Here's another artist that I love. His name is Harry Manx, and if you go see him in person, it is literally a spiritual experience. Enjoy.
There's an honest man I know in a welfare alliance who lives upstairs at the Yale. You can call him a good friend of mine. Good friend of mine. Well, he was taken down by the man at his door, a cloak of desperation, and got wrapped round his soul. Wrapped round his soul. So him a coat of mail, make it all alright. Send him the wind to sail. So him a coat of mail, coat of mail, no, coat of mail, no, coat of mail. I stood below your window, some things I understand. Well, out in the world's a struggle, and every man needs a plane. Every man needs a plane. Oh, you listen without words, it's not everyone can see. I recognize your eyes, well, they once belonged to me. Once belonged to me, coat of mayhem, make it all alright. Send him the wind to sail. Sew him a coat of mayhem, coat of mayhem. Coat of mayhem, coat of mayhem. Yeah, you walk the street at sunrise, no matter where you turn. There's questions without answers and they continue to burn. They continue to burn. It's a fine thread gonna keep you in this place. Well, I see you found yourself something, 'cause, whoa, it's written on your face. Written on your face. Sew him a coat of mayhem, make it all alright. Send him the wind to sail now. Sew him a coat of mayhem, coat of mayhem now. Coat of mayhem, coat of mayhem, coat of mayhem.
What a wild play that was, eh? You don't see that every day. So if you can, this weekend, spend time with your loved ones. Highly recommend it. Here we go. That was Harry Manx. And highly recommend seeing him as well. One of my favorite Canadian artists, and plays some very strange guitars. He even plays kind of a banjo, but it has that Middle Eastern flair to it. I don't know. I really like it. Oh, we got it going again. Well, he played well. We'll have to see, how it goes for him the rest of the way. He's got some tough games ahead of him. And, everybody on that team is fighting for a position next year, including the coach. So we'll have to look at how that works out the rest of the year for many of the athletes. But I really feel bad for the Chargers. I don't think anybody wants that to happen again and again and again. Yeah. Now, his average speed was almost 16 miles. Let's click this off here. Alright, what do we got here? Let's have a look. What's this say here? Oh, interesting. Okay. There are so many European sites now that follow football, and I think that is the future. I think that's where it's going to grow. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen through that. They're talking about having more games. They've been talking about maybe having a team as well. I think that's great. For the expansion of football, it has to become, I guess, worldwide. The Chargers just didn't have it yesterday. And everybody has an occasional time when they get their ass whooped. I think that's what they call it in football. All right, let's see what we've got here. on great quotes before we go. There's an old computer. That's the thing in Europe I've noticed. They just keep fixing computers. They can be 10, 20 years old, and they're still out there, where our landfills are just full of things that were made 3 to 5 years ago. Your responsibility is not to heal other people. It is to carry your own healing into your relationships and hopefully inspire more love and growth in others. All right. Oh, here's some snowfall. Where's this? Illusions of my yesterday and today. I am sad for now, but I am already found something positive. I can still fall in love even with a prince. Okay. Your life will improve when you improve, because more investment in yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually, make it a priority to be better yourself each and every day by building positive habits. The better you become, the better your life will feel. And this is this channel. I'm actually hearing voices from downstairs. People are moving all about. Thank you for being here today. Have a wonderful Friday. And we had a couple blips here, but I'm going to try to play one more song here, if I can find something here quickly. And I think I did that wrong. I'll try it one more time. Local. Yeah, this is what I want. And I found it here. So we'll go to videos and see what we got. I want to play something unique. This is interesting. Oh, here's a group I love. Here we go. Let's try this. Yes, this is another Canadian group I've probably seen 25 times with Gordie Johnson. This is called Digging a Hole. a Hole. I think that was the most popular song they ever did. That was a great album. Hemivision. Back in the day. I think that's over 25 years ago. I was a young man when that came out. Or younger. We'll call it a younger man. So thank you for being here. And we appreciate you being here. Walt. Good old Walt. Thank you, Walt, for all that you do. Thank you to Barry. Thank you to Chase. Thank you to Joyce, known as Joy. Thank you so much for all that you do. Oh, here's some of my older videos here. You have Sony Music Entertainment. Not good. Yeah, that was Haps days. That was wild. We played everything. We didn't care. There was no thought. We did it. We'll worry about it later. We'll deal with it later. That's what, yeah, that's how we dealt with it. All right, so if you look here, of these teams that you see, which ones do you think have the greatest chance? I'm looking at this right now. I'm thinking Dallas, Philly, maybe the Rams, of course, San Fran, they're already in. And then heartstrings, I would love to see Tampa Bay get in on that list. But yeah, I don't know where that's headed, to be honest. And what I did was a NFL search here. Click this again. Try this. Here we go. And then of this, I'm hoping Buffalo will do well. Miami. We'll have to see how healthy they are. I think the Ravens are going to go all the way. I just have a weird feeling. Cincinnati has a chance of maybe shocking us a little bit this year. KC's in trouble. Kansas City. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. If they do, I will be extremely shocked. And the Jaguars are on the ropes right now and having a hell of a time. I would love to see the Jets do well the last few games. And maybe that'll save a few jobs. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We appreciate you and all that you do. Let's have a quick look here. Interesting. So I have the hashtag NFL and I'm seeing a lot of my old videos. What do we got here? 18 hours ago, Christian McCaffrey has 1,177 yards. Raheem Mostert, 924. Derrick Henry, 875. DeAndre Swift, who's cooled off a little bit the last couple of weeks, 822. And Travis, look at that, 806. Not too shabby. Who's this guy? And then we're looking at the playoff. That was 2 days ago. 8 seed. Yeah, God, this is not good. Not good. You know, Aiden O'Connell played okay last night. The Chargers have just imploded, unfortunately. I like this here. I was kind of looking for this and couldn't find it, to be honest. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Okay. Tua is getting a lot more votes than I thought he would for the Pro Bowl. That's wonderful. Christian McCaffrey deserves to be there. CJ Stroud definitely deserves to be there. And Tyreek Hill, as well as Brock Purdy, who is always, for some reason, disrespected, I think, is the nicest way of saying it, unfortunately. It says here, Daniel says, Christian McCaffrey should be the MVP. I would agree. I totally agree. Him or our dear friend Tyreek Hill. But he's having a rough time right now. I think he hurt his ankle. There could be more injuries than that in the future. We are forever grateful to have you here. And I hope to see more of you in the future. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I can't push that. Tommy DeVito made the improbable happen on Monday Night Football. Did he ever? Oh my God, he was phenomenal. Unbelievable, in fact. Thank you, folks. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Continue to shine light even in the craziest places. And let's see here. If we can get this to switch for me. I hit this. There. Good. All right. When you have a moment today, please subscribe, share, like, leave a comment. Tell me where you're watching this on the different 5 platforms. Tell me if you're seeing it as a replay later. I would love to know more of what's going on in your world, who you're voting for in the sense of who you want to win the Super Bowl this year. And you know, there are a lot of teams that have just unfortunately lost their way and have no chance now. And the Chargers are one of them. I'm going to watch the crazy show that we saw last night, 63, I believe, to 21. I don't know how many of these coaches this year are going to be able to continue being a coach in the NFL. And many of the players right now are fighting for a job next year. It's very competitive. There's always a new batch of young kids coming up. And, you know, there really is probably only about 50 or 60 players that have really solid contracts. Thank you so much. God bless.